What's up, everybody? Welcome back for my subscribers. If you're not a subscriber, why not? If this is your first time to the channel, I'm Michael of Sasser Stills Boudoir here in Los Angeles, and about every week I'm coming out with new videos to help your boudoir business. So if that sounds like something you want in your life, you know what to do. Now the problem when choosing presets is you can't really see what they look like on your images. So I'm going to go through and show you some of these Embrace presets on my images, and then some on my friend Jessica's images, so you can get an idea of how they would look in different types of lighting situations. If you haven't seen my editing tutorial yet, I definitely recommend checking that out. It will be somewhere here. It goes over why I love presets so much. For me, I'm all about saving time, and presets do an amazing job of that. I mean, if you don't like saving time, I don't think we can be friends. I understand why some people say presets are bad because then you don't have to learn the program. I do think there's a difference between using presets for the sole purpose of not having to learn the program, and then on the other hand, using presets as a starting point to speed up your workflow. All right, guys, so here are some images that I shot yesterday. Here are some of Jessica's images. So we're gonna take a look at how these presets act on these different images. So there are two packs essentially. There is the Embrace Nation and the Embrace Runway. So I think this is a good example because she's got some light hitting her and then her face is in shadow. So let's take a look at what these look like. Now the Runway collection. Okay, super cool. So you can see that a lot of these have a super edgy look to them. Definitely edgier than I normally do in my work, but if that's something that you're into, these may be something to check out. I'm gonna go ahead and use the Soulful preset. I think looks really, really beautiful. We're gonna boost up the exposure a little bit more, and the shadows are just too much for me. So let's bring up the shadows a little bit and down the highlights for the rest of it. So I think that looks pretty cool. It's got a nice little edge to it. Okay, let's take a look at the next one. Let's do something from the Runway collection. So this, man, Berlin looks pretty good. I think I'm just gonna leave it with that. Let's look at the next one. Yeah, Berlin is actually a really, really nice one. Looks like New York throws a little green in the shadowy areas. I would push this pink a little bit more. Let's look at that before and after. Looks pretty good. Okay, let's see what the black and whites look like. So here's Brave. This is pretty bright. Courage. I think Brave probably looks the best on that one. Let's see these. It's okay, that looks pretty good. Yeah, I would do something like this. Okay, so let's take a look at this one. Yeah, so I think for my images, my favorite is definitely Soulful, so I'll probably do that one, but let's see what it looks like with Jessica's. So Jessica's images are like way different than mine. And if you guys aren't following her yet, you are doing yourself a huge disservice. Definitely go check out her Instagram. She's putting up just incredible, incredible work. All right, so let's first fix the white balance here. We're just gonna warm this up a little bit. Okay, let's take a look at what we have here. Okay. Embrace looks pretty good. Ooh, look at this. That's dope. Okay, Brave looks really good. Let's take a look at some of these. Berlin. Kind of like New York. I think it's too much with the colors. Yeah, I think black and white, I mean, that's amazing. We're gonna keep that for sure. All right, let's take a look at this next one. And again, you can make some adjustments here. So if you like something like this look, but the clarity's too much, you like the color, you can just take that down. That's pretty good. I think it's too warm. Something like that looks pretty nice. Man, so dramatic. This is incredible. Look at the little details in her collarbone here, in her neck. Jessica, what a pro. All right, let's take a look at some of these. Yeah, that's, look at that. And I think I'm gonna do Berlin on this one. Man, that just pops all the highlights that need to, and everything else going into shadow. Let's do this guy. New York. So good. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. Okay, so now that you've seen me scroll through those, here is a little before and after of all of my favorite presets on the different images. So now some of these might be exactly the style you're going for. Some of these may not even come close to what you want your images to look like, but hopefully this shows you what's possible with these presets. So in the comments, I'd love to know what you guys use as your presets. What are your go-tos? What must you have? I'd love to check them out. And if you want to rant about how presets are the death of Lightroom, I'd love to hear that too. So there's a link to these presets in the description along with Jessica Ray's Instagram. All right, that wraps it up for me for today. So I think it's about time that you guys get off YouTube and go create something. All right.